I thought it was terrible. The only person who had an umbrella while it was pouring rain was Putin.
Yes.
It's like, give the lady an umbrella.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. He
unbelievable.
probably didn't care,
Oh, of course not.
That's how Europeans are. Just let it be, It's only rain.
Macron was standing next to her. His suit was drenched.
Yes.
But I'm sure he didn't care because his team just won the World Cup, so he was probably thrilled. Yeah. But yeah, everybody was.
Don't forget, it was probably 105 degrees, and that it really enjoyed the rain.
Oh, I'm sure the players were happy because they were probably completely spent at that point.
Yes.
So a little rain probably cheered them up a little bit.
Let me ask you a question. Which teams were you the most surprised that were out of the World Cup? Which teams, like Brazil, Spain?
Oh.
Who was the one team that you were very, very surprised that didn't make it to the final?
Biggest disappointment had to be Germany. Had to be. I didn't even get out of the group stage.
Yeah, that's what got me. They didn't get out of the group.
This is defending champion, and so many people had picked them, maybe not to win it all, but at least to represent themselves and at least get to the semifinals. I was amazed when Germany didn't make it out of the group stage.
I agree, and also Brazil as well.
Yeah, I mean that surprised me in the sense that. When Belgium and England played in their final group stage game, the thinking was, all right, let's not win this game because the team that finishes second won't have to play Brazil in the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, right?
And so Belgium won the game, and good for them that they won it. But I think most of England, never mind the team, I'm talking the country, most of England was probably pretty happy with that result. And then Belgium goes and beats Brazil, which was a stunning result.
Yes,
that showed what the kind of quality that Belgium had. And I had said before the tournament that was my dark horse team to win it, and they represented themselves well. I was very surprised when Croatia, when France beat Belgium. I kind of had a feeling that Belgium would win that game.
Yes.
But it turned out the way it turned out. But. Belgium, that was their best tournament ever, and so many players on that side are in the 30-year range and probably won't be back. So they're looking at a rebuilding now.
Yes. Well, so what happened to the next 4 years? I thought the United States was going to host.
No, 2026.
Rita, I'm going to do your Italian show. I'm going to walk away for a while. You can talk to my brother. I'll do your Italian show on Thursday.
Okay, thank you.
Keep going. This is great.
You're going to do it in Italian?
I can't do it in Italian.
You're going to say you'd be saying prego a lot.
You know what I'll be saying? I'll be saying faccia brut. Just
right.
a grandma used to say to me.
Wow.
Faccia brut.
Tell me when we got to cut it short. No problem.
Keep talking.
Well, no, in terms of obviously Argentina losing was a little bit of a surprise, but Argentina was exposed. They have Messi, and they really don't have much else.
Yeah.
And Portugal with Ronaldo is the same way. They both have some of the greatest players, or a couple of the greatest players in the world. But it's soccer. It's 11 players. You have to have the depth. You have to have the quality all over the field. And Argentina, basically, as far as I'm concerned, had 3 players, and the rest of them were average at best. And the same could be said for Portugal.
I was a little disappointed in Ronaldo too. That's why I wrote before he's overrated.
Well,
I don't think, and I like Rob's abs better anyway.
Come on, Rita.
There's nothing there, Rita. Come on,
Rita, there's nothing to like there.
Even I know that.
But with Ronaldo, I mean, the reason that he's been a better player for club than country is because he's got better players on his club team.
Yeah.
And now going to Juventus, they're a pretty good team. I was very disappointed when they beat my Spurs in the Champions League, and I wasn't very happy with the second leg of that matchup because I'll be honest, I thought Juventus played a very dirty match in that game.
Yeah.
But to bring him into that club obviously makes them an incredibly improved team.
Yes.
So
they have the money to buy him, of course.
And they're one of those giant clubs that can basically pay anything.
Yes.
Right. And that's it's going to continue that way. Like you said, Fiat owns them, and Fiat obviously doesn't care how much they spend on the team. Just like the sheik that owns Manchester City doesn't care how much he spends. Just like the Russian who owns Chelsea doesn't care how much he spends.
Exactly.
The Glazers own Manchester United, but they don't really seem to have a budget.
Yes.
So, because the club is worth, I don't know, like $400 billion or some crazy number like that.
Yes, but there was, you heard about the strike. We talked about before. Fiat to strike. The workers right now, they're on strike over this.
Yeah, and meanwhile, like you said, I mean, Ronaldo, I'm pretty sure the price was $88 million, and it's again that money when it's up in that stratosphere, it doesn't come down and trickle down to the average rank and file workers, and they see the company spending millions of dollars or millions of euros, whatever, and they're looking at it as, well, if the soccer is so important to them, that's great, but we're the guys making the cars. Pay us so we can live. Pay us so we can go to a match.
Right. Don't forget also that soccer is really the only game in Europe.
Right.
Besides, maybe they have some play basketball. Italy is becoming very big on basketball right now.
Yeah.
Right. But soccer, in America, we have baseball, we have football that are major. We also do have soccer a little bit, basketball. Yep. But in Italy, they live, they eat, and they dream, and they do everything soccer. So that's why it's so big.
Oh yeah, my barber's a guy named Giovanni. He's Napoli all the way.
Yes.
He doesn't work. He doesn't work on Saturdays because he watches the matches.
Yes.
He takes off Wednesdays and Sundays.
And on Sunday, I'm a soccer widow.
Oh wow!
Instead of a football widow, I'm a soccer widow.
I didn't know they had them.
The games, they start at 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget it's 6 hours ahead.
Right.
And then at 10 o'clock at night, they have all the highlights.
The highlight shows, yes.
So from 10 o'clock until midnight, so it's really almost 12 hours a day that we watch soccer.
Yep. And on the weekend. And I watch Premier League games on Saturday, and a lot of the times Tottenham will play on Sunday.
Yes.
So, I mean, for me, that's usually good. I don't like this. I don't like it when they have the noon games because then I have to be up by 6:45 to watch the 7 o'clock game, which kills me on a Sunday. But that's part of being a fan in this country because everything's going on in Europe.
Yes, but I was disappointed that Italy was not there. It's not as exciting for us because when the last game comes to, we always have a big get together, and then we have parades in the streets when Italy wins. So it's like a huge thing for us. So it was a little more mellow this time for us.
Right.
In my home, in
your neck of the woods.
Right, in the neck of the woods. So it wasn't as loud, let's say.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for calling in, Rita. We appreciate it.
Thank you also for talking about soccer because it is kind of a forgotten game.
Well, we are a soccer friendly show. We don't call it football because we're Americans.
We don't want to confuse people.
But people would get confused. But we are a soccer friendly show, so we've always told people that. And hopefully the person who's trying to set an interview up with the guy, Roger, what's his name?
The Men in Blazers guys.
Men in Blazers guys. Hopefully we get those guys.
Yes.
Anyway.
I hope that they play a little, let's say a little calmer, a little cleaner, the soccer.
We hope so. We hope so. What time
the expression they say, I went to a soccer game and a hockey game broke out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't want that. Fair play, right?
Absolutely.
That's true. What time's your show on again, Rita?
Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m.
And what's it properly called?
Profumi d'Italia.
Profumi d'Italia. What was I called?
Profumi.
I don't know what you
Profumi d'Italia.
Me. M-I in this is me.
Profumi.
Profumi.
Right. Profumi d'Italia. Thank you, guys.
Take care. Talk to you soon, Rita. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Rita Monte, host of Profumi d'Italia.
Profumi. Not Profumi.
I just make it up.
I know you do.
Anyway, she's on Thursdays, 5 to 7 right here on WHPC.
Yeah, give her a show a listen. Learn some Italian.
Yeah, learn some Italian. Besides, spaghetti. Rositi.
When you're over there, they say prego to everything. I think it's like our version of okay.
Really?
Everything when I was
prego
over there.
means good.
Prego. Prego. I was like, what the hell? Why is the sauce so weird?
Yeah, that's we look at the sauce.
I don't know what you're saying.
So, anyway, we're going to take a break and talk All-Star Game, which is, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Home run derbies tonight, brother.
Okay, we'll take a
Big
break.
Flies.
We'll take a break right now. You're listening to 90.3 FM WHPC. I'm Rob Leonard. He's Tim Leonard. Tim, you're on Twitter at
Real Tim Leonard.
This program is brought to you by Nassau Community College, which is a testing site for both the college-level exam program, CLEP, and DSST exams. Summer's a great time to earn some extra credits. Study at the beach and then take your 90-minute exam at Nassau. Colleges and universities through the country use these exams to award credits through associate's and bachelor's degrees. The New York State Department of Education accepts CLEP exams for teacher certification, and the New York City teachers take CLEP exams to increase their knowledge and their income. Anyone can take a college-level exam, but make sure your school or employer will accept the exam and what score is required for awarding credit. Last year, over 10,000 New Yorkers earned college credits with CLEP. Spanish is the most popular exam in New York. Always check with an academic advisor before registering for any exams. For more information, call 516-572-9947 or visit ncc.edu/CLEP.
This program is brought to you by the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo 2018, coming to the Cradle of Aviation Museum in Garden City on August 11th and 12th, because the game is never over. Play retro favorites, browse gaming vendors, participate in panel discussions, listen to live music performances, bring your best cosplay, and more. More information can be found at liretro.com.
Okay. Yo. Tell your friends about the Nassau Morning Madhouse. Hear what you're missing. Check it out. Check it out.
These revamps of these TV shows that came out, like, for instance, Fuller House.
Fuller House stinks.
You don't like it?
I've watched a bunch of episodes of it just because I really like Full House. They focus too much on the newer kids. I'd rather it be about Danny, Joey, Jesse, and I don't want to know about DJ's kids. I think they stink as actors.
What?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Kill off the original kids. Have it be about Danny and all that, raising the new kids.
Oh my God. First off, you're an awful director. There's something going on in your mind that I don't like. Just kill off DJ Stephanie.
It's a TV show. It's not like I'm bringing the actors out back.
How are you
going to
kill them off? What are you going to do?
I don't know.
An
Car
assassin?
accident. They go off the side of the Golden Gate.
I would hate
everywhere. The Nassau Morning Madhouse. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9. On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
.3 WHPC. Welcome to From the Pressbox. If you want to hear this show, go to Spreaker.com later on or iTunes, as it will become a podcast. Every week it becomes a podcast. For those who don't know, you missed the show on Monday. You can listen to it on Monday night, Tuesday morning, Wednesday, whenever. We try to keep it as fresh as possible.
Let's do it Sunday night. Prepare for the Monday show.
You can do that too. So anyway, brother, tomorrow is the All-Star game. We talked about that last week. But we didn't really talk about the Home Run Derby, which has become maybe more important to some people than the actual game.
It's become a major event.
Yeah, so even though, as you mentioned last week, Aaron Judge isn't doing it this year because he said that his swing got misadjusted.
He just doesn't want to do it, but I think that was the reason. I don't know that he actually said that, but that is the reason that's being kind of thrown around, is that hitting in the Home Run Derby has traditionally been blamed or credited, whichever word you want to use, for messing up the swing of the winner. And guys who have won it have gone into the second half, and their swings are all kinds of funked up. And because of that, they wind up hitting like 180 for the next month of the season. And you can't mess up your swing like that, especially the Yankees right now. They're 4.5 games behind the Red Sox going into the break. I think it's 3 in the loss column, I believe.
I don't have the paper in front of me.
It's written down, brother. It's written down in the notes. You should be looking at the notes. Yeah, 3 in the loss column.
Okay.
So, but the Yankees, they certainly aren't in a place where you would say they have problems right now. But the fact is, the Red Sox keep winning, and the Yankees are going to have to play some really outstanding baseball in the second half if they're going to pass the Red Sox and finish in first place. The American League East, I'm saying right now, it's probably going to take at least 105 wins to win the American League East. That's a lot of wins.
That's way too much.
It's a lot of wins. It's not way too much. Look at what they're doing. The Yankees are playing .650 ball. More, right. They're over .650.
And the Red Sox are ahead.
And they're in second place.
Right.
.650. You should be in first place by 10 games at 650.
I have no doubt about that.
But that is the quality that the Red Sox and the Yankees are putting up. I mean, I said this, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. If you look at the American League standings, the playoff teams are decided. I can say right now with a degree of certainty, a large degree of certainty, the Yankees